The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB TV.
Whether she's walking the red carpet or doing interviews, you'll find her with celebrities and all the latest news. She's here, she's there, she's everywhere, she's always on the go. So sit back, relax, and get ready. This is the Corey Taylor Talks Show.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Corey Taylor Talks, live from Las Vegas, the #1 teen talk show. I have the one and only Mr. Taylor Barton with me today, and I absolutely adore him. He's the nicest guy in the world, and so many cool things, and part of like my favorite place in Las Vegas. So, Mr. Taylor Barton, how are you today?
Another day in paradise.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. Thank
Such
you
an
for being
honor to
on.
be here. So.
Yeah, oh my God. It's been years since you've been on the show, so I'm really happy to have you back.
Thank you. I know it has been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, but it'll be good. It's good.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of really cool things going on, and actually I was just at the Mini Grand Prix. Oh yeah, well let's talk about, I'm just assuming everyone knows, but probably most people do, but if they don't, why don't you explain who you are, and you have a million things going on, and what you do, and everything you're part of.
I'm just Taylor Barton, that's all. Well, my family owns Las Vegas Mini Grand Prix. We just celebrated our 25th anniversary, so we're
Awesome.
super excited about that because it's pretty much like a staple in Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
And the fact that a local family-owned business has been able to stay open as long as that, especially in this town where things are changing so fast in Las Vegas, and just, you know, the entertainment just keeps getting better and better. People still love, you know, what we've seen is the adults that brought their kids, now their kids have grown up and now bringing their kids. So it's really cool to be able to hear all the memories and see all the families still having a great time and putting smiles on people's face. And so we celebrated our 25th anniversary. We just got brand new high-speed go-karts in straight from France. So we redid one of our tracks, and now you can race cars side by side. We got 10 of them imported straight from France. We redid the track. We probably have one of the longest straightaways, and our track sits on 2 acres. So we're excited about that. And then we just did the TV show Tanked.
Yes.
So the tank guys are here in town, and we commissioned them to build a 20-foot tank. So inside our game room, we got this big, it's like 2,000 gallons of water, 20-foot tank, and some beautiful fish in there. And we just had an hour-long show that was on Animal Planet with that.
Which is great,
and we got some other things in the works that were going on at Mini Grand Prix. And it's just an exciting time for my family down there, building it back up and trying to stay ahead of the game. You know, it's tough in Las Vegas.
It is. No, and you know, I always talk about Vegas too, because I love Vegas. It's my hometown. I'm born and raised here. But we always talk about like stuff that should do amazing and is awesome. It doesn't work here. And even concerts and stuff, everyone will sell out everywhere in America except for Vegas. And it's the weirdest thing, but it does show that the Mini Grand Prix, which literally since I think probably when my mom was pregnant with me, have been going to. And it's such an amazing atmosphere, and I love going into it. It doesn't matter if you're 1-year-old or 100-year-old, you'll always love going to the Mini Grand Prix. So I absolutely adore it.
Well, that was one of the reasons my dad built the place, because when, you know, I was born and raised here too.
Yes.
High five. You know, when he would take me to places when I was younger, he would be like fiddling his thumbs ready to go.
Right.
Or he'd be having fun, and I'd be fiddling my thumbs and ready to go. And that's where the idea, you know, he's been in the amusement industry for 30 years, but that's where the idea came from, that he wanted to build a place no matter what age you are.
Yes.
We have stuff, if you can stand, you can ride on some of our rides all the way up to, if you're 100 years old. We had a 99 or 90-year-old come ride our go-karts.
Wow.
And we have grandpa and grandma watching the young guys. But no matter what age you are, we have something for every age to where you can interact with your whole family, not one party having fun, the other party just sitting there. And that's really cool to hear that happened for you as well.
Oh yeah, like literally, I think my second birthday was thrown there, and my sweet 16 was at the Mini Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the Mini Grand Prix. It is amazing. It's perfect location. I mean, truly, everyone just loves the Grand Prix. It's the best place ever.
Well, surprisingly, there are still people that do not know about the Mini Grand Prix.
Really?
I know.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
are you kidding me? What is wrong? I must suck at my job. But...
No, I guess people just live in a cave. No, but even my friend, we're planning on going there soon. We talk about things to do here, and everyone, like you said, it really doesn't matter what age you are. You really will love it. And just recently, when I was there for the red carpet and the 25th anniversary, the tanked, everything, it was a whole giant celebration with a bunch of amazing celebrities there. I even took my niece and nephew there, and it was their first time there, and it was so cool to see them. They absolutely loved it. They were like in heaven there, and they were racing around in the little cars by themselves. And my little niece is a total scaredy cat, and she didn't want to go at first, and then she saw him doing it, and she's like, I'll try it, and she had the best time ever. I mean, it was just so cool, and it was a great experience to just watch them and do that too.
I'm glad you were able to come out and be a part of that, because I've known you for quite a while.
I know,
now,
it's been a while.
It was nice to have you on my red carpet instead of me always coming on yours. So it's nice to have the opposite. But
it was an honor to be able to do it, because I mean, really, my whole childhood was a Mini Grand Prix, and even now it really is. So it's been awesome. And the new race cars too. We had to talk about them, because I drove one, and I felt so stupid. I was horrible at it. It was so much fun, but you know what? There's professional racers there that night too. And I just happened to get stuck in the group with them, and like I think they were livid at me, because I was like, oh my god, but it was so cool, and they were fast.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, all adrenaline junkies. They were crazy. So
they got LED lights all around them, and they got brake lights, and they're brand new, brand new, straight from France. So they're the best equipment money can buy, hands down.
Oh, it was great. Like I was like, oh, I could do. Oh my goodness, but it was so. And all the other racetracks are great too. And I love that you can put like the kids with you, and you can race with them. And so, I mean, really, you have everything for everyone.
We have the only double cars in Las Vegas,
really,
to where you can ride with someone, and
wow,
we have the only kiddie carts too.
Oh.
So if if your little one's like 4 or 5 years old, we pride ourselves on teaching your child how to drive first.
Yeah.
And so we have the only kiddie cars and the only double cars in Las Vegas.
Wow.
So,
no, they loved. I remember when I was a kid, I drove that, and I was like, this is so cool. I get to drive my own car. And my niece and nephew were like in absolute heaven with it. It was such a cool experience.
Wow.
Yeah, for them to be able to drive their own car, I mean, that's really awesome.
Yeah, there's not many places they can do that here in Vegas.
No, and then it was perfect, like you said, when they go riding with you too. You have the adult driving, and you're all racing each other, and they're like, I'm gonna beat you. It was a great time. Really was.
Us adults, we need something to kind of let our inner child out again.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
This world, we're such fast pace that sometimes we forget as adults to have fun and kind of relax and let go. And so, man, it's just awesome to hear that you guys had a blast. It warms me and my parents' heart. That's what we strive for every day. We hold a very high vibration when people walk through that door, that they feel loved and they feel comfort, they feel peace, that they can just drop everything of what's going on in their lives and just come and just be a kid again and have fun. And being that childlike, it brings, if you haven't done it in a while, let that childlike come out, whatever you go do, because, it's just amazing what it does to the endorphins and stuff like that, happiness is a choice. That's what I have on my sweater,
perfect. No, it was so much fun, and the games are awesome, and the rides, and Oh, we had The Voice on with us. Sorry, I'm a little out of it today, guys. But we had The Voice on with us as well. So I think The Voice has to say something.
Yeah, I would just like to say, first of all, I've lived in Las Vegas for almost 40 years now, so I remember when you guys were opening and all that. And there's nice places in town to bring families and stuff, but very, very honestly, without a doubt, yours is the best, and I really mean that. The games are great, the food's great, the rides are awesome. You always keep your go-karts really up in top condition. The people that work there are nice. They watch everything. Sincerely, when Corey was little, she was so little on the one birthday that she was so little she couldn't even ride the little ride, by herself. And one of your workers jumped on the outside of her little car and let her drive, drove it around. They go above and beyond to make everybody happy. As an adult, it's a fun, crazy place, but it's not like nothing, not offensive to any other places, but it's not like you're sitting there with screaming, yelling kids, and you have the energy and stuff like that, but there's quiet places, there's exciting places. The inside is great, the outside, the rides are awesome, because it's not only the go-karts, you have those rides and the little roller coaster and the slide and the other little octopusy looking thing. I mean, it's just a blast. It really, and you guys have always kept it up, and your family is the most wonderful, humble family. And I mean, as a once again, I'm not from here, but I've been here 40 years now. It has always been one of the favorite places to go, and we always tell people about it. And if people haven't gone there, I really mean it. They're missing out big time, and they really should. And the location is great because you're right off the freeway, so it's really easy to get to. It's kept nice and clean. It's beautiful. It's not, run down and trashy. And like you say, you care and you do different things. I know you guys had karaoke nights, and you have different activities going that really keeps it up and fun. And I think it's an amazing place. So all of the listeners, and Corey, I just had to say that because it truly is a wonderful family fun center. And they took away, half the other things in Vegas that was for families.
That's true,
and you guys have remained, and not only remained, but you get bigger and better. Every year you do something new. And I saw those new go-karts on Facebook, and they look awesome. They look really awesome. So I just had to say that. I truly, people need to go there and check it out if they haven't already. And I hope they really support you, because and your food is great, and the prices on the pizza is great. And I mean, everything you really have. It's just all around fun family time, So I just had to really say that, because it's really true, and we're very excited to have you on and be able to help you, get promoted, because if people don't know about it, they certainly should go there and check it out. They really should.
Well, number one, we really appreciate that. We appreciate the feedback. And number two is, what a lot of people don't know is that, we take pride in our food. So it's good to hear you say that we have good food, because like our pizzas, one, we don't serve them on an aluminum pan. So if you go to a regular pizza parlor, they serve it on aluminum. Well, if you take a napkin and you go across that aluminum tray, you're getting aluminum on the bottom of your pizza, which is not very healthy for you, right? So we bought 10 times what a aluminum pan is. We bought these special pizza pans that I think are made out of plastic, and they have dimples so the pizza sits up so the moisture can get out, so it doesn't get all soggy. Our cheese that we use, we don't just use one little cheap cheese. We actually have a 5 cheese blend that goes into it. And our pepperoni, it's a turkey pepperoni, which is less grease.
Gotcha.
And so your body really thanks you for those things.
Right.
We're really health conscious about everything that we do down there, that we're providing good quality meals at low prices. I mean, we have the best ribs in town. I've won some trophies for our ribs. I just had, when we had our 25th anniversary, we had some bloggers in from Texas, and they said our ribs are better than the ones they get in Texas.
Is that right?
So, but we sincerely, we thank you for that, because, in today's times, it's really tough having people don't know. We have 60, 70 employees. Yes. That's a lot of people to feed down there. And a lot of people don't know that we have all them employees, And it's not easy to run a business today.
No, it
it's
is
not
not.
easy. And so I'm grateful to hear that. You know, it's
Truthfully, and also not only the food, but your party prices are awesome.
Yeah.
You know, your party prices for what you guys give and what you guys get is a blast. You know, you have your minimal and to your max, and I mean, it's everything about it is awesome. And if people compare to other places in town, there is no comparison. And I mean that sincerely, and no offense to some other places, but for the value for your dollar and the quality of what you get, it's just really no comparison. So we're very proud that you're in Vegas and very happy to have you. And I mean that, you know.
well, we're happy to have you as fans, so we appreciate that.
We do love you guys.
We appreciate all the ones we have, and it's just yeah. I mean, people. They keep loving to come there, so that's a good thing.
It's
We
a
just need to
blast.
get the word out some more, because I can't believe it. People don't know about Mini Grand Prix.
I honestly, everyone I've ever talked to knows about Mini Grand Prix, so that's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fascinating. There must be new
So I
people.
appreciate you letting me come on, because
Absolutely,
it's
we
my
will spread the
goodness.
word.
You know?
Spread the
We-
word.
oh my god! Like I said, truly, me and my friends were just talking about it, because we said, like, oh my god, we always love going there. I said you have to see their new fish tank too, which is so cool and non-tanked, and that was a great episode, and it's gigantic, and it, like you said, really cool fish in there too. And but so we were talking about it, and I said they got the new cars, and so we're going there soon too. So it's so exciting. I really love it so much.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Truly a Las Vegas staple, and people need to go down there and check it out. I can't believe people haven't heard about it. That's
Yes.
so fascinating to me.
So you guys want me to tell you a crazy and funny story one
Yeah.
time? So Michael Jackson, he used to come with his kids,
wow,
right? So
that right there should
and
tell you everything.
the first time that he came with his kids go, Dad, we have a roller coaster like that in our front yard. And then the second time he came, he dressed up in an old. So the first time he came, we were like, he came at closing time, and we stayed open just for him,
Right.
and everybody else got out, and his kids just played. But the second time, after we knew who his people were and everything, he dressed up as an old man in a wheelchair. Yeah, so nobody would recognize him, and he just got pushed around, and his kids went and played.
Wow.
You know, when they were younger, yeah. And,
Wow.
Celine Dion's been there.
I bet you've had a lot of legends there.
Yeah, it's just, it is a staple in Las Vegas, so
Yeah.
we need to help keep it going.
Yes, absolutely. I completely agree. And I mean, truly, everyone just loves the Mini Grand Prix. I mean, it's the best. And we went on the roller coaster too. I love the roller coaster. Like, it's great, and you could go with your kids. I mean, it's great. The tornado is always a blast, and you get to spin around. I mean, really, it's so cool. And I love.
Just don't eat pizza before you go on that
Right.
one. Please don't eat pizza before you go on that
That's
ride.
true. I didn't think about that. No, and the ski ball. I mean, you have everything. I mean, it's really the perfect place, and the prizes are good too. I mean, really, everything is awesome about it. So you can't beat it at all. And we love the Mini Grand Prix, and hopefully, like you were saying, everyone please go and support it and keep it open forever, because it's a total staple here.
Thank you.
And so now let's talk about you a little more too. You have some exciting new things as well. You just started a new company, correct?
Yeah, so I have two companies. One is me and my parents. We started a personal growth.
Yes.
So I was bullied when I was younger, and a lot of people don't know. I thought about suicide. Actually, tried taking my life twice.
Oh my gosh.
And so I've been through a lot of personal growth and personal development. But it wasn't until I learned my dad's own class about how we operate. Where does our programs come? Where do our perceptions, our beliefs, how is that running us? Most of us, we're just on autopilot.
Right.
I mean, if I knew you long enough, I could probably push a button on you and get an auto response, right? And how does that really serve us in life? And how many auto responders do we have that we're just reacting and really not conscious and choosing in the moment, in the here and now, choosing what we're going to say, what we're going to do, without old programming and perceptions and beliefs running us. So we have a 2-hour class online. It's like $34, and it's about 30 minutes of reading, an hour and a half of video, and then we give you tools and techniques. We don't believe in giving you tools and techniques up front, because if you don't have the knowledge to know how to use those tools and techniques and actually how to operate your own system, what's operating you, when I push a button, what is that automatic response? No new information is actually going to help you.
Right.
No new information is going to help if you still don't know how to operate this. And that was the key. I'd go to these personal development courses and I'd get a lot of new information, but I still didn't know how to operate me. So the underlying problem still existed. And once I learned how to operate myself, I was able to actually use those tools to a higher degree and really raise my consciousness, raise my awareness, and got peace of mind. So that I'm really excited about that. Last year we had about 1,000 students without even advertising. We had about 1,000 students, and we really believe that it's word of mouth, and you know, whoever's meant to come to us will come, and we help them and teach them. And then I've been working on the last year, and we just launched a few months ago. It's called Magic Prospector. So the personal development is called BartonMethod.com, but my software is called Magic Prospector, and my partner has been working on it with our head coder for about 3 years. We have several 100,000 lines of code, and it's for individual business owners that need help keeping track of their leads, need help of, you know, what are all the steps when you get a lead in whatever you're trying to sell? How do you take that lead and go step by step and turn them into a customer? And most people, they don't have the business skills or the sets. So we have a platform that takes them step by step. Every email, every text, every call, there's phone scripts, there's text scripts, there's email scripts, and it keeps track of your progress until they become a customer. So we're really excited about that, because we feel we're working with some big like network marketing companies to infiltrate our software to really help them when they're out there selling, and individual like real estate and real estate agents, and it's really exciting. I mean, I didn't think I'd be passionate about software, but you know, when you can bring something that helps the world, that's what I'm passionate about, is when you can bring some, like I have guys that, you know, when they're doing everything on their leads, what used to take them 5 to 8 hours, we've knocked them down to an hour. And so now they have the rest of the time to be able to actually do things that they want to do in life. And so I'm passionate about helping people. So any products that I can bring that actually at the bottom line help you, that's what I'm passionate about. So we're really excited.
Oh, I wanted to bring that up too. Taylor, you are always like so extremely positive and stuff, and I always try to highlight that with people, because it's a really hard thing, and it's an underrated thing, because you know, the world can be a tough place and people go through a lot of stuff, and you could get really down on yourself. And then of course I always say negative always tries and make us other people more negative, and it's like a disease, the negativity. And so what you do, and you're always so positive and stuff, it really is amazing. So the Barton method, I mean, it sounds incredible, because I mean, here he is right here. I mean, you are always just such an extreme positive light, and that's really an awesome thing.
Well, like I said, it wasn't until I learned my own dad's program that really kind of, you have that aha moment.
Right.
Like, aha, okay. And the world is tough.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we get thrown at us every day, all day. I mean, by seconds, always thrown at us. And I mean, just doing your radio show, you get stuff thrown at you.
Right.
You know, so it's about learning, you know. If it's about information, there's so much information. If information can change your life, you could just go on Google and search, you know, information to change your life. But that's not what it's about.
Right.
You need someone that has learned and asked the universe and got from a higher place. Einstein says imagination is more important than knowledge,
Right.
because he understood he was getting information from a source far beyond his realms. And so one day, my dad asked, how come people don't get it? It's not that there's not a lack of information, because you can go on Google and get a whole bunch of information.
Right.
It's not about a lack of information. It's about the information that they're getting and being able to actually use that makes a difference in their life every day. And so when you do hear that negative mind chatter in your mind, well, who is that?
Right.
And is that really you? Because if you separate that and you have the knowledge to know what voice is talking to you in your head, right? And is it valuable information? Most of the time it's not. Is it really your true self and your highest self? Because your higher self is never negative.
Right.
Your higher self never has any of those problems. Your higher self is never bogged down by other negative stuff. And so which do you want to operate out of? And that's where the knowledge comes in, is when you have someone be able to teach you the difference in, your programmed self that gets manipulated by all these things in the world,
Right.
or you come from your higher self, because when you're listening to that negative voice, it's not a valuable person to get information from. And if it had the answer to the problem, it wouldn't be speaking to you.
Right.
You wouldn't be going to it, right? If it had the answer, you wouldn't have the problem.
Right.
And so, but most people go to that mind chatter to get the answer. But if it had the answer, you wouldn't have the problem. So you have to kind of be able to step out of the programming that's going on and really connect to your higher self and get valuable information, get valuable resources, and really that's where your true power, every big time person talks about the powers within.
Right.
And really, if you really just take that in, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
No, absolutely. And I think that's incredible advice. And the whole Barton method sounds really phenomenal. I mean, truly just incredible. So that's really, really cool. And I'm happy you're doing that, because I think a lot of people can learn and make a better version of themselves, which is always a good thing. So, yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
it's never fun going through like your suicidal thoughts and all that
Of course
stuff.
not.
And sometimes you don't know why you're going through different things in different parts. But if I wouldn't have gone through that stuff, I wouldn't have been able to help the people today that come to me with the same stuff.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to relate to them. I wouldn't be able to connect with them. And so now that I've had that stuff, I can be able to connect to them, relate to them, and be able to show them that there is a different path.
Yeah.
We don't have to keep going down the same old path.
No, definitely.
The programming. Do you want me to show you an example of how strong the old programming is still today that runs our lives? Would you like me to?
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
one?
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
of course.
so I'm gonna appoint you. You're a peace panel. Okay?
Okay.
You're in charge of peace.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm an outsider, and I want to make a suggestion for world peace.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to start killing people until we have peace.
Right.
Pretty silent, huh? And from the look of you, that probably isn't
Yeah,
the
that
best
wouldn't be
idea,
good.
right?
No.
Why are we still doing it? We've killed how many people on this planet? We've wiped out plenty of people. Don't you think we should have peace by now? I don't know how many millions of people have we killed, right?
Yeah.
So, but because people don't have the knowledge to be able to separate themselves from the programming that is passed down, that's passed down to where you're not even making conscious choices. Because if you'd make a conscious choice by the example I just gave you, right, you'd know that by killing people is not going to work, or else we would have got peace a long time ago. Right? So having the knowledge to be able to switch your thinking and come from a whole different place and not keep doing that program response that just it's a downward spiral, right?
Oh, it's how you put it on. Yeah.
So it's just giving people that aha moment. Okay, there is a different way. There can be light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
Because I was down in the dumps when I was younger. You didn't know me then.
No.
But I went through all that stuff to be able to get to where I am today. And it wasn't fun going through it, but now I love helping people. I love going to schools and talking to the kids. And I look at myself in the mirror every day, and I tell myself I love myself. I don't wait for nobody. I don't wait for nothing out there to give it to me. And that's been one powerful tool that I've stuck with because it works. Just giving ourselves just 10 seconds of self-love, man, it does wonders. And looking yourself, when's the last time you went to a mirror and looked your own self in the eye? I mean, just doing that is just a powerful, powerful exercise, and just giving us self-love. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been through bullying a lot too as a kid and stuff, and it's horrifying, and it's a scary thing, and it's tough, but there is always a way out, and it's about yourself too, and if that person's not gonna change, you can't change that person, so you have to rely on yourself, and sometimes you don't have a great parent support system or family or teacher. Sometimes it is just you. So if you give yourself the power, that's all that really matters. So yeah, it's true. Absolutely.
We do, my foundation, we help sometimes put on what's called challenge days. So we go into the schools and we do a 6.5-hour program. And literally, I've seen gang members take out their rags by the end of the day, drop them on the ground, and give each other hugs. It's one of the most amazing things. I want to invite you to come out to, one of the next times we have an event and we do that. It's really amazing to see what Challenge Day does in 6.5 hours in the school. They tear down all the blocks and the barriers and the disconnection, and they really get these kids and these young adults to be able to see that we're human beings.
Right.
We're in this together, and what people don't understand sometimes when they're younger is that no matter what you want to do in life, it's all about people. Mm-hmm. Some people think, oh, it's about business. Well, who does business? People. Right. So it's all about people. Yeah. And I'm sorry that you got bullied, because and I think it's worse now than ever. Absolutely. With all the social media and the technology, and
you can't escape it.
You can't. Yeah. Oh my God! And it's just and what I've learned is that there's reasons why a bully is bullying.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not. I've never met a bad kid in my life. And that's what Challenge Day says. Out of all the schools they've been to, they've never met a bad kid. I've never met a kid that wakes up and says, I want to be a bad kid, right? But they've been conditioned and programmed into their circumstances to be that. And so giving them a way out and a light, that's what we're here to do, is bring that light to shed on them. And, I feel sorry for some of these bullies, because, what they go home at, what they're getting at home or in the streets is, what teachers call me with, what these kids are going through in elementary now. Elementary,
that's when it started for me. Mm-hmm.
It's just, Yeah.
Yeah, no, I always say if they were really a happy person and happy with themselves and had a good life, they wouldn't be doing that to people, and they wouldn't try and bring everyone else down. They'd try to be happy and make other people happy. So it's exactly, you almost have to feel bad for them, because there's obviously so much negativity and hate in their life that they have to do that. So yeah.
But
and so let's go over everything again, because we're already running out of time, which is crazy.
Really?
I know, you just held up the sign. But so why don't we go over everything again? The Miny Grand Prix, my favorite place in Vegas, everywhere.
Yeah.
Your new program, which is awesome, and the Barton method. Go over everything, where people can find it, where people can follow you, just all of it.
Okay. You could just look up on my personal Facebook page, Taylor Barton. If you want to go to Las Vegas Miny Grand Prix, we have coupons on our website too. So go to LVM LVMGP.com. That's our initials, Las Vegas Mini Grand Prix, LVMGP.com. Once again, there's coupons on our website. You can check our Facebook page because we're doing a Valentine's special right now to where if you buy 2 wristbands, you get a large pizza, large one-item pizza for Valentine's. If you are looking for some personal coaching, I highly recommend Barton Method. It's BARTON method, METHOD.com. I said it changed my life, and I'm just very passionate about that. And then Magic Prospector, so MAGICPROSPECTOR.com. If you're in sales and you want a good, what they call a CRM, client relations management software, we actually call ourselves the first ever CAM, which is a customer acquisition management software. Please get on magicprospector.com and buy our software. And hey, if you ever want to get in touch with me, talk to me, just look me up on Facebook, call me at Mini Grand Prix, tell them transfer you to me, and they'll get you in contact with me. I love helping people. I love meeting people. I just love people. So anytime, anywhere, whatever I can do, I'm here.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on. It was an honor having you, and you're always such a great person. So it was awesome.
Well, honor's all mine. I'm glad that I'm still grateful you're doing your show and it's going good, and you're doing a good service to your listeners.
Well,
so
thank you so much.
Yeah.
And everyone, please go and check out everything. And like I said, if you're in Vegas, or if you're not in Vegas and you're thinking about coming to Vegas soon, truly, the Mini Grand Prix is the perfect place for literally all ages. And get away from the Strip for a little while and enjoy the Mini Grand Prix, because it's such an amazing place. And the new fish tank from Tanks, which is awesome, and you could go check out that episode. It's incredible. So
maybe we should do, like, for all your listeners, like a get together to meet Corey and do like a little party at Mini Grand Prix. I can get a special deal for all your listeners or something, and
that'd be awesome.
Maybe do like a Corey's race day or something. I mean, we could maybe put something together like that.
Oh, cool! I would be totally down with that. That'd be so cool. Yeah, well, hopefully. So keep an eye out for that too, and then hopefully, if you haven't heard or been to the Mini Grand Prix, that would get you down there at least. But like I said, please go check out everything, and the Barton Method sounds absolutely incredible. So I'm excited for it. So please, everyone, go check out everything, and thank you so much for watching. And remember, never give up, always believe, and you will achieve. Thank you, and God bless.